The region's best pool players have been found, and just in time. Gordon Finlater caught up with some of the men behind the 8-ball Super League.
The last 15 weeks have seen Canterbury's top 8-ball pool players fighting it out for a spot in this year's Nationals. The idea of the competition, now in its 4th year, came about to raise the profile of the sport and to help prepare the next generation of Kiwi pool players for international competition.
What happened is the first 2 years, the main thing was to get these top players playing each other, and then after that we thought, okay, the next step is to play international rules the same as everywhere else in the world, because we haven't had a New Zealand team for 25 years go overseas, and when they did 25 years ago, they were playing a different weight ball and different rules, which just didn't make sense. And being Kiwis, the organisation said to the New Zealand committee or whatever, you guys, you need to play these rules and then send over a team that's a wee bit more competitive. And oh no, we'll come back and we'll just stick to our own rules. So New Zealand's been playing different than everywhere else in the world. So after 2 years of the Super League, we thought, let's get these new world rules in, which are basically, to the pool purist, you foul and you get 2 shots instead of 1. And it provides a better spectacle because these good players, if you get 2 shots to these guys, they clean the table up anyway. So.
Another one of the league's objectives is to create a spectacle for fans. Looking to somewhat emulate the recent rise of darts, the Super League creates a party-like environment with music and live match emceeing. Another crucial part to increase the appeal of the sport is to create an exciting brand of play.
After you hit an object ball, you have to hit a cushion after that contact with either the object ball or the wide. And that means you can't just roll up behind balls and snooker your opponent, which makes for a very negative and boring game. So that's the key changes.
With tables being cleared in a matter of minutes, the yellow and red balls are added to make for easy viewing. And it's easy to see how the competition is marketing itself to a broader audience and getting more youngsters involved.
As far as the international part of it goes, it's a progression, it's the next step, it's what needs to happen. These guys now are playing, and they're playing very, very well. They're playing good pool, and we're attracting some of the younger players and the juniors, which is going to be the growth and the support of our sport. And this is where we want to go, put a team into the Worlds, and let's get New Zealand out there and introduce Q Sports the way it should be.
The competition had a new winner in 2015. After being dominated by Brad Campbell and Kerry Warts for the first 3 years, Steve Denton stepped up his game to not only win, but do it in emphatic fashion, going unbeaten through the 15-round comp. He'll be looking to take that form to the National Super League tournament.
High standard, very high. I mean, you're talking the top 8 players from 8 regions, 64 players, and they're all very good players. Yeah, last year I did okay. I got to the last 16, lost to the eventual winner, Adam Marlowe, who's, ex-England player, very good player. Unfortunately, he's not available this year, so he's not in the tournament. So I suppose it does make way for other players now to step up, and I'd be one of them. And it'd be nice to bring home the title for Canterbury as well as Kashmir clubs.
The Nationals take place at the Woolston Workingmen's Club between the 24th and 26th of September. And with 8 spots up for grabs to represent New Zealand at the Worlds, there's sure to be plenty to play for. Gordon Finlater, CTV Sport.